there, Justice 3 Gaming. Welcome back to another daily dose of gaming with me, Justice, and today's game is Marvel Strike Force, and it is unlock day here at Justice 3 Gaming, and the newest character in Marvel Strike Force is Spider-Man Noir, a pretty cool character in the Spider-Verse if you're familiar with him. I like how they kept the aesthetic of the Miles Morales movie version of him. It's pretty cool, and he belongs to the Tangled web team, which is a Cosmic Crucible exclusive team. So far I'm very impressed in the way they behave during Cosmic Crucible, but more importantly how effective they are actually outside of that. I have been using this Tangled web team minus Noir so far in War, and it's actually turning out to be pretty good, as well as real-time arena, when you're looking through your roster and deciding who's going to be a great character to put in. Spider Weaver is turning out to be quite the useful character. But we're here for Spider-Man Noir. So for those of you who are not familiar with my content on these unlocks in Marvel Strike Force, that you would just like pop see, you know, online, what have you, for these characters. I don't know anything about their kits, just kind of like what they're being used for and what their general purpose might be. So the fun for me is actually building this character up and learning what they can do as I'm deciding things like their ISOs. And that's very important, because a lot of the times my opinion on how I want to use these characters does differ from the community quite a bit. So your input as well as my input together should give you guys a pretty good idea of what you want to do with this team and or just this one character. So if you're interested in seeing some test animations and footage, then going through, you know, blitzes, things like that, you can just kind of fast forward the stream near the end. That's usually where I put testing this team, so I can make sure that their kit is behaving the way that it should. More than likely get in 4 or 5 fights or more, so I hope you enjoy that section. Before you go though and fast forward, please like this stream and or video on YouTube. Follow me right here on twitch.tv/Justice3Gaming, or if you're on YouTube, turn on that notifications bell so you know when I'm unlocking the latest character for Marvel Strike Force, or just plain interested in my gaming content altogether. So let's get started with Spider-Man Noir. Since I am on a dark promotion deficit right now, I'm sticking mostly with any new characters into whatever I have saved up in elites right now to, you know, get their stars. And I haven't actually had that much luck with them, because you do actually have to have a bit of a pot to make that work for you. But my general habit is going to be, you know, making, you know, using these 4s hopefully to make a 5, and if it gets any further than that, if I think they're that important, I'll go ahead and use a 6. Now, generally speaking, where I am in my roster, and I got almost about 30 million TCP right now, it's actually a big advantage for me to use everything that I can most of the time to keep building up these credits towards a 6 or a 7. And that's why most of my roster is actually getting to be pretty red star heavy at this point, which is good because the credits just kind of pile up and I get to use them and have a little bit more enjoyment in my game, being a longtime veteran of this game. So let's get started real quick. We're gonna get through the red stars, then we're gonna go through the shards. I do think I'm gonna have to pull some gold orbs to get to about that 15 million mark, and hopefully with whatever module orbs I do have, I can get to about the 300 that you need, 300 orange that you need to be able to get through the levels all the way straight up to 90. And I do have enough T4s to be able to get a full kit here, so you're going to get a full range of not just his abilities, but how those abilities apply to the characters. Now, it's a good idea because, of course, he belongs to the Cosmic Crucible, and I will be placing him on my defense. I've won my first couple already so far, so hopefully this will help the Cosmic Crucible this time around for this season. Ooh, and look at that. We got 2099 in there. That would be nice, right? Now, I like to see if their picture shows up, just to make sure that they're getting their proper boost. Now, I'm going to avoid using any regular orbs that I have, which I only got like one. Unless I absolutely have to. Like, sometimes I've been bottoming out on these characters. So, like, after the Red Star Blitz on the weekend, usually is my one chance to try to get some good Red Stars for my characters. Now, being that this is a Cosmic Crucible team, I'm not placing a very high priority on Red Stars for them, because you want to stick to the characters that, you know, you're going to be taking through, like Dark Dimension or campaign, not campaign raids, but just raids like Doom 2, things like that. You want to keep those characters very Red Star heavy, you know, and try to get those teams to spread between each different mode. Any team that you can get in multiple modes is a great team to have. And first pull, Mystique doesn't help. But did we build? No, we got quite a ways to go, I think, to build. I think we got 5,000 that we need. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to be honest. Unless I get another 5. Oh, got a 4. I'm very happy with a 4. I'm going to use all these up though, and that means I don't have to use that, you know, the red orbs in general at all, because I'm definitely happy with that. Whoa, what is this? I got false happy. Normally, if you don't have this kind of character, but you pull one like this, it should be a happy time. This is bitter. Bittersweet, they say. But I did make a 5, so we're going to do that. It's not grats on the 6 for him, because I already have him at 6, and you know, I've been working Heroes for Hire for a while now, so I mean, it's good to get the credits. You know, that's a lot of credits towards a 5. And another character. Another dupe. But thanks, Herman. I appreciate the condolences. And we'll pull that last 4. You definitely want to go through all the elite credits no matter what. And I'm very happy with a 4. Since I don't consider Cosmic Crucible that high of a priority, but it's kind of nice to start off at 4 to be able to build those characters up to, you know, a minimum of about 5 red stars. Everything else should be icing unless it's a high value target. And of these 3, I would consider Spider Weaver the high value target character, because she's exclusive. And all the exclusive characters are very, very, very powerful, if not some of the most powerful characters in the game so far, and they've kept that trend going. So I probably will invest red stars when I can. Right now, I'm prioritizing Apocalypse characters for red stars at a minimum of 6. So I'm kind of being patient and waiting on a couple Hulk Gamma characters, Brawn and Abomination. So okay, let's go through the shards. Let's see what we can do about getting a bunch of shards to start off this character right. Now, for those of you who might be paying players and or make a habit of it, or if you're like me, I'm slightly dolphinish, but if you're like a whale or a kraken, the current behavior in the offers right now is, after the initial offers, I don't think this $40.99 thing is going away anytime soon. It's locked in as far as I'm concerned. But any of the offers that are coming after, I would avoid getting those all together, because, you know, it's a gamble, right? And you don't get the orbs, man, because, you know, a couple months after these characters come out, they're going to start doing the big chunks of shards that are going to be either cheaper or at the same price point, and you're going to get 50 guaranteed shards rather than if you're paying the same price for the orb offers that they do. You're only guaranteed to get a minimum of 6, and so they're like charging like $40 for, you know, 12,000, which is only 6 pulls at a minimum. That's 6 times 6, that's 36, man. You're not gonna want that. When will Spider Weaver Red Star go into the shop for promo? Usually shortly after the team drops is when you're going to see the promotions happening. Now, I would like to tell you a very specific time period. Marvel Strike Force has a very nasty habit of just changing all of their, you know, releases and things like that. And right now, it seems like they're trying to stick to the regular schedule of what they promised to release. The promotion credits for, like, you know, we just got some more Apocalypse characters that hit the store that'll be coming through, so be on the lookout for that. But just keep an eye on your email. There's no specific time that I'm gonna tell you because those things tend to change a lot. Okay, I am short a couple mil from my daily gameplay, so I am gonna pull some orbs. I should maybe one set get there. Ah, yes, thank you. All right, so I got all the way there. I need about 300 modules, orange modules, and 6 is not a good number to go with here. But I'm gonna pull them anyways. 215. Ooh. I might have enough reserved modules, like between purple, blue, and green, to still get there. All right, so let's jump into the character. It looks pretty cool. Get him ranked up. He is viable for the Red Star Blitz, which is really good because that means I can keep that team together. I like synergies in Blitz. All right, let's bring this up to... whoa, hold on. We need to get his gear. Yeah, we're going to go to 45 to get this started. I do things in steps. That way I can familiarize myself with the kit. And, you know, every time you guys get a character, too, you should be doing something very similar. One of the most powerful and fun ways about Marvel Strike Force is learning about your characters. You know, what they can do. And I'm a big comic book reader, so I read about most of the characters that pop up in Marvel Strike Force. I hope they do something with Spider Weaver. That story, based on the threads, like the web of the multiverse, is very interesting storytelling to play with. Like, they could really use that, like, now in the movies and the TV shows. It would be very, very cool. I think they're going to be trying to do something similar with Madam Web, but who knows? All right, the passive, the most important team aspect of any character. Let's see what we start off with. In Crucible, already you got to start off with just in Crucible stuff already. All right. If health is at full, start of the match, on spawn, gain revive once with 50% of this character's max health. This character's attacks deal an additional 50% damage to any Hydra or Swarm enemies. There is no... This is a weird, like, grammar part of this. This may come into play sometime in the future. This makes me wonder about their plans. Because offensively, there's not a huge number of Hydra that you really got to worry about right now. So that may come into... That might just be like one of those like character details that they put in just to make it stick with its profile. And then gain 5% damage. Okay, so he's a blaster. He should be damage oriented. All right, so we're getting 5% more damage. What's with these 5%, man? All right, so, and we end up with Tangled Web allies gain 15% damage. In Crucible, Spider Weavers and ally, non-tangled Web Spider Verse allies gain 15% damage. That's cool. That means I'm currently planning on using Black Suit Spider-Man and Anti-Venom to keep the viability of the sustain for this team going. In Crucible, it's been my experience, I'm more of a defensive player when it comes to war, so that kind of mindset really sticks with me, especially in Crucible. Now, I don't like put all my powerful teams on my defense, but it's almost more crucial here because whoever you're going up against only gets 3 shots at taking you down. If they fail it, that's it. That's how you can win a war. So in terms of this character, not only is he getting a revive once, but the other characters in there are also, you know, they're going to benefit from this right here, which is additional damage. Now, Black Suit Spider-Man and Anti-Venom are extremely powerful pair to put in because Black Suit Spider-Man, he heals based on the negative effects that go out into the field, and that's what the Spider-Verse characters actually specialize in. So you're going to get a lot of healing on that part. Now, Anti-Venom is extremely powerful. One, he can resurrect Black Suit Spider-Man, of course, but his special, all, and basic are some of the most useful kit related things in the game. Like, his basic right away is going to heal the most injured ally. So that's crazy in and of itself. And then whatever the negative effects that are out there, he's going to give the opposite to the team and some random ones to the Tangled Web team, which is powerful also. And then you got his ult. It's a pretty crazy cycle of sustain that you have for that team. And remember, you're fighting not like you would during war. You're fighting to make sure your opponent wastes 3 shots at taking you down. Now, it's probably going to take about, you know, somewhere between 30 days to 90 days for people to really kind of settle into who's the best to use to take this particular team down. And now that they're throwing in this monkey wrench of like right now, you got the hero mutant characters are extremely powerfully boosted in there, and if you're a big roster and you work these characters as much as you can, you know, you're gonna have a better time in that part of Cosmic Crucible, and this team is gonna be one of them. All right, let's check out here. So damage heavy. Okay, we're getting piercing and bleeding now, which is cool. If this character has stealth, apply disrupted to the primary target. Now at 5 charges, that's not bad for an ult. And let's see what his average speed is. It should be good. 120. That's decent. Which means out of the 3, I think that makes him the slowest, so he'll be the 3rd character to go. But, you know, you're going to have to compare speeds and turn orders with the rest of the team to really understand that. So, Spider Weaver, I should have them at the top of my favorites list right now. 127. I think it's 127 because I had, like, in my thought process that who's going to go first? You know, 2099 or Weaver. Now, I could tell you for a fact Weaver goes first every time. There's a manipulator in there that allows him to go first, so expect that. 121, so he'll be going before Noir, which is good. He's a powerful character. He'll be able to increase durations. He's also got a great stun that you can place out there. And the fact that I am in 7 red stars makes him extremely strong with damage, especially since Noir is going to be giving that out. Alright, so Anti-Venom is going to be going very last. They're still kind of quick, but he's still going to be going last. So that's good because of his special. Clear heal block on all allies. Apply immunity to all allies, healing them for 20%. Reviving, all that good stuff. I wouldn't use it. First, I would say Deadly Cure would be the best because you're going to be gaining the opposite of all negative effects, excluding bleed on the primary target. Primary target for 300% damage, da 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 da, but it's regeneration, and then there's the spread. To self, is to self and to non-symbiote allies. Spread all positive effects to self and symbiote allies. So you're gonna get a couple of those for the regular for Tangled Web. So you're gonna get a couple of those there, and they're the new powerhouse. So them getting positive effects right away is very, very good. They sort of set a clue trail up for, you know, Scarlet Spider going in, and I don't think that's a good choice, honestly. All right, let's get back to work. Nope, no, that's not the one. That's not the one. There you are. All right, 5 charges, and this is the damager. This is what's gonna get us there, and the bleed is good as well. So you, like, turn 1, turn 2 is gonna be very good protectively because these guys won't be able to get hit. Spider Weaver prevents that from happening. Okay. Apply disrupted to the primary target. All right, so putting him in the middle might be an advantage if he's getting stealth. All right, what are we starting out with? Attack primary target, 100% is piercing. He's getting all piercing for this. Attack the most injured enemy, ignoring taunt and stealth for 120% piercing. That's good because your big bursty damage character is going to go after anybody that has stealth. That's really good considering this ability is very, very cheap. 2 is the best. 3 is like the one that you see the most. So you'll see that being used more often than not, which is extremely good, especially since he's getting boosts like 100%, 50% through this kit here. All right, basic is very basic. He's not going to get piercing for his basic at all. I mean, his special is pretty cheap, so the basic isn't going to be as important. It makes me wonder about his ISO. A 50% chance to gain evade. That's good. Another damage booster. The damage in this basic is not great. Always gain evade. Gain stealth for that hit. So, you know, every once in a while, more often than not, you're going to see stealth on this character, which is good because of the kit. Now, what comes fully charged is everything. So, if you're using this team offensively, you got options. It's generally speaking on auto a power dump. So likely what you're going to see is this big move go off right away. I'm hoping it's not the case. There's no real way for me to be able to check that, except I will do some auto today, and we'll see what wins. Like, does Chicago Typewriter go first, or does Lead Rain go first? Because if Lead Rain goes first, there's no way to take advantage of this stealth. I am inclined to think that Chicago Typewriter is what goes first. Because Google Assistant. Google Assistant. Stop. I didn't call you. I don't even know why you even like said anything. So when we get to the testing, it's going to be super, super important to see on auto which one of those is going to go first. If Chicago Typewriter goes first, you know what? It's not going to work out. What we need to happen is for him to gain stealth right away. And that's the basic. The basic's never going to go off if there's powers that are charging. So that's probably the most interesting thing that we're going to be able to see today. What's my knee-jerk reaction, though, to ISOs? Nothing yet. I think we got to go through his full kit. Let's bump this to 55 to see what we're getting there. Passively, when an enemy gains a positive effect, fill this character's speed bar by 5%. Oh, so he can move a little bit quicker based on the positives that are happening on the opposite side. That's pretty powerful. I like that. How can we take advantage of the extra speed, though? Probably more damage. We'll have to look at what I decided with the others. Another, yeah, okay, we'll wait on that. All right, so what are we getting here? Just some more damage. I think it's a good chunk. 50% is always a good chunk. You know what we should do? I'm gonna go to MSF.gg. This is a great resource when you want to look in on characters that are out or coming out. But most importantly, what I'm going to be doing here is checking the basic. The basic is a little bit different in terms of assists and counter information. Sometimes you need to see what carries over in the kit to this. Now, plus 17 piercing. Piercing's usually like always a thing. So keep that in mind when you're trying to go for this character's ISO. And the attack is lackluster, but okay. I'm not really thinking I want Striker, but if I need a little bit extra damage, that might be the case there. Now, my purpose is more defensive than offensive. And speeding up, you see, he gets stealth at one point. So, yeah, healing's not much of an issue. Gaining more damage. There's no crit like manipulator in his kit so far. I gotta hold my opinion on that. I'm thinking too far ahead. So another big chunk here. If the primary target has no negative effects at the end of this turn, fill this character's speed bar by another 20%. All right, we're getting a lot of speed bar. Potential speed bar. That's telling. That's leading my thought process somewhere. Fortifier might be a really good idea here. Because I want the team to last, and I want somebody to waste their 3 turns. Having barrier on a character like this, speeding up, he's gonna get a minor defense up, and once we're able to actually get to the end of these blue ISOs, a really cool little bonus that comes with barrier. I think it's drain. Let's look at that real quick. If this character has barrier, gain 40% drain. 40% drain. I mean, that's a far-fetched dream on a character that on a team that I don't highly value at this point, but 40% drain on a blaster, and his speed is decent, along with getting speed bar manipulators, one of the most powerful manipulators in the game. That's a big boost, and that makes decision making faster and looser. But you got to keep your tactics tight. All right, let's move this up. I thought he went 55. I guess I was wrong. All right, another there. Okay. All right, so let's move this up to 60. %50 to primary target and 100% to secondary attack. That's really fucking weird. The secondary attack is getting a bigger boost than the primary. What? Attack the primary target for 250% piercing. You're also going to apply a bleed. Attack the most injured enemy, ignoring taunt and stealth for 320% piercing. Apply bleed. Okay. So the most injured attack is happening after the primary. That's different. That's not adjacency, because it's like taking that ignore taunt skill that you would normally go straight to the target. It's actually attacking the target you want first, and then going after the weakest. Man, keeping that in mind when fighting these guys, that's cool. I mean, the strategy part of my brain is kind of lighting up like Christmas right now, because that's a difficult thing to overcome right there. That's cool. I like that. It's very unique. It's not adjacency. It's not like a full field thing, but it's one that you got to be like, I'm very wary. Like, whenever I see characters like Deadpool, where I know, he's gonna do that really big shot on my most injured ally when his turn comes up. This is the kind of thing where you got to worry about the primary attack, but most importantly, the most injured person on your team, because that primary attack, you could get a double kill shot off of this if you're lucky. But you could attack, let's say, you can make a kill shot with the first, right? And then you could set up like another one for a different person on your team by getting a really big hit to the next injured character that they have on the field. So offensively, that's pretty powerful. All right, so now here we're getting 2 bleeds on the secondary targets and apply Disrupted for 2 turns. I tell you what, man, Disrupted can unexpectedly frustrate you to no end. It's kind of crazy. Like, it comes at the worst possible times, and there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, you're only getting that Disrupted though if he's in stealth, and that requires his basic. That's going to take a level of control that you need to have. And if I'm using this character defensively, that's not gonna be a controllable event. But it does add a sense of RNG to the fight that makes you really rethink when you want to fight this team and with who. All right, we don't have to mess around anymore, so we're going to push that all the way up, see if we can get there. Oh, man, I almost drained everything on the blue and green. I mean, everything. Whew. But I'm there, and now I don't got to worry about it. So, there. Let's see what we're getting now, because I do have the T4s for it. Build this character's speed bar by another 5%. That's amazing. And another chip of 5% damage here. Another 50% to primary and secondary targets. Apply 3 bleed to the primary target, and that bleed damage is going to be very much based on what his base damage is. Apply heal block to primary and secondary targets. That's huge, and that is not locked. Yeah, that is not locked behind the Crucible. You could use this outside of the Crucible. That's important. That makes him a little bit more high valued. That increases his stock for sure. 50% damage to the primary target. Fill this character's speed bar by 30%. That's plus 30%. That's half his speed bar, dude. That's if the primary target has no negative effects at the end of this turn. That puts a lot of control offensively in your hands. I want to use this team defensively, but I'm not seeing how I can do that effectively without having a monster offense web team. They're always putting negative effects out there. You would have to have control over your primary target to make this work well. You may like, you know what, even offensively, it feels like Barrier could be a really good idea for him, even as an offensive character. Because he's getting so much speed bar, and if you got control over your primary target with an ability that's cheap, like this, the economy on it is cheap, you can use this a lot. This is kind of a versatile team. And Crucible always gain evade. That's usually a really big problem. If I gain evade, would that mean if I had Striker on here though? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't, because we just looked up the counter and assist information. So the counter assist on MSF.gg, which is a great resource for you to study your characters, on the assist and counter information, there was no evade, so keep that in mind when deciding your ISO. I think that's leaving me definitely in the realm of Barrier. I think this might be one of the first characters that could use it effectively on either side of the coin there, like offensively or defensively, because you're getting an evade, which is going to buy you time and another turn to build a larger barrier, and you're going to get a slight defense all the time per turn. And this particular character is always going to have the potential to build more speed bar for you. A little more control offensively, but it still will come into play defensively. All right, bio is a really big problem for me right now, I think. So at most, I'm looking at, I'm probably looking at maybe gear 13 is as far as I go. What is he using here? Oh, this stuff. I've been actually collecting these a lot, mostly for like Squirrel Girl. And so I might not have that bad of an issue. Now, where is the rest of the team at? I like building balanced no matter what. So looks like I made it to 15 here and 15 for Weaver, I'm assuming. All right, so I will try to get as close to 15 as I can with Noir. No, I can't. It's all that bio. No, it's not bio. Oh, he's Mystic. That's right. Duh. Oh, wow. Mystic's almost worse. I gotta say, I'm like working through Dormammu. I mean, Darkhold took a huge amount of those resources. getting that gear up is going to be a big effort, I'd have to say. I do want him at 15 though, so I'm not going to leave him balanced. I think I'll prioritize his gear over Dormammu for the moment, because I want that team to be balanced. Balance means everything in this game. You know, I go balance first, synergy second. All right, let's get them on the team and see what they can do. Since he's got stealth, I am definitely, for sure, putting him in the middle. I gotta take Scream out. Tangled Web is all I need right now. Because that stealth will break up any chains that might be moving through the team. And since there's no taunt, you don't really have control over where that's going to happen. So players are going to search for the character that they feel is going to be the most vulnerable. Oh, you got to do the ISO. We're going to have to think through that. I'm going to move these guys down the list a bit. I'll do that later. I don't need to do that now and waste your guys' time. It doesn't work very smoothly. All right, since we are going to be discussing the ISOs, the ISO 8s for Spider-Man Noir, I'll have to ask, if you enjoyed yourself so far, please consider following me right here on twitch.tv/Justice3Gaming. If you're a bigger fan of YouTube, like this stream and or video and subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber already. And don't forget to turn on that notifications bell so you know when I am streaming the latest unlock for Marvel Strike Force. So let's get into the thought process behind this ISO 8. I am thinking defensively for this team, but I can see myself switching it out very, very quickly depending on what is the big booster for the season. Now, season 1, it's Hero Mutants, but Spider-Mania is still a part of that, so you can still have a really, really powerful team there, and if they're Cosmic Crucible specific, it's going to be a difficult team to go through and could possibly win you those 20 or 30 points that I've noticed is the difference between most matches that you're going to need to keep winning. And so I went with Healer for Spider-Weaver, and I did Raider for Spider-Man 2099. That makes me want to do... Actually, I got to think about more than just Tangled Web, because I'm using Anti-Venom, which has Striker, because he will heal another time with his kit. So that's awesome. And then you got Spider-Man Symbiote, which he's rocking a Striker because he's very, very strong. Not only that, but any double shots, things like that that he's going to take advantage of is already going to have a defense down on it. So more times than not, you're going to see him pulling off some really huge, debilitating shots to other players. So that's why I got them both as Striker. Originally, because of the speed tuning, I had Carnage go first so that he always had a vulnerability to take advantage of. Here, we need to see typical turn order. Let's see, your Black Suit Spider-Man's at 121. That makes him third. So we got 20. It goes 2099, Spider-Weaver, Black Suit Spider-Man, Noir, Anti-Venom. So considering turn order is very, very important when thinking about ISOs. I do believe strongly, since I am using Anti-Venom and Symbiote Spider-Man as my strikers, that Barrier is my best choice. Now, I got to point out something about this decision. He has really good speed bar boosters, manipulators, if you want to think of them that way. You need to take advantage of that, either by healing this character back up or using something as powerful as barrier. Why fortifier I think is the best for this particular character is because he has not only evades coming in but also stealth. A lot of the times when people are using, or I'm using, fortifier, that barrier just does not last long enough. This is going to be the kind of character on an individual level that should be able to build that up for himself quite often. So I am going barrier. Fortifier. I always call it barrier. I don't know why they just call it barrier. That's precisely what it is, but it has other things in it. We're gonna need about 240, I think the number is. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. Ooh, I might be able to apply. That's about it. This is the first time in a long while that I've had this happen. It's definitely Red Hulk that did it. I don't generally use these unless I do some pretty drastic things. Like I actually added a healer class for a lot of characters for Scourge. I'll be able to apply, yeah, I'll be able to apply these, but I'm not going to be able to get class 3 for a bit. It'll be a couple of days. Few days. Alright, I'll be able to at least turn this blue. Alright, so what I really wanted to see is that minor defense up work for a bit. Because you're getting minor defense up for 2 turns on that. That minor defense up is super important. Right now, it makes barrier pretty useless until I can get there. And so we're talking 80 plus another 150. I'm going to need, what is that? 130? No, 140. My gorilla math is so bad right now. All right, now let's see what's going on here. It'll be a few days before I can get that all the way up to class 3. Let's see what we can do with that now, though. I'm gonna have to build that up a little bit. Unofficially, you got to get a look at my roster because I tend to make all these characters together, but I'm going to try to zip my way up. I'm going to drop a little bit here. Clicking the sim is quite possibly my weakest part of the game. It means nothing, but it wastes so much time that I don't need to waste playing Marvel Strike Force. Yes, they're trying to use that, like, big center character strategy. I don't like that. I don't deny that it works, but synergy is always better. Actually, might not be the case this time around. Oh, no, I was wrong. And right. I am not, by the way, planning on doing that. I'm going to sim my way up as high as I can. But since you probably fast forwarded to see these characters, Tangled Web, fight in Blitz a little bit, I will ask, if you haven't done so already, please follow me right here on twitch.tv/Justice3Gaming and subscribe to YouTube if you're watching me there. If you guys are just joining me, I am building this tier up to see how Tangled Web does at a much higher tier. I will, if I make it to like 8, I will definitely just move my roster up. Fighting in Scream Splits isn't super important for me right now. Oh no! Oh, I thought Shang-Chi was gonna mess that up for me. Oh god, they're such a bad Blitz team. Ooh. Yeah, these aren't good choices at all. I'm gonna have to jump like 30 grand. That might do it. Alright, let's get back down there. Ooh, another really difficult set. Ugh. Gross. I think that's my best shot. I don't know. No. This team, I can't wait to finish up. I've been sitting on all these red stars for those characters for so long. I'm actually going to have a pretty powerful war offense when we come to it. I think this is easily winnable. Oh, that's, yeah. I think we're getting to our power level here. I have to be careful with this Pimtech team. Don't make it very good. No, I'm gonna skip them. That could work. Point 3 can always be a question mark. Alright, I'm gonna go straight to Tangled Web. Alright, so here's the team I'm gonna be using for Tangled Web, up to and including their positioning. And the reason why that I'm using Spider-Man Noir in the middle, he's gonna be getting evade and stealth, which makes, you know, moving change through the whole group kind of difficult to deal with. I am going with Fortifier for barrier because he is building speed bar. The potential speed bar is greater offensively, but still will happen defensively. So keep that in mind when we're going through here. So we're gonna get through the kit. I want to see his animations first. So I'm gonna do ×1 speed for a little bit for his character. Ooh, oh, get that. Oh, Hydra. Okay, that'll work. Ooh, stealth right away. Wait. Why did he get... Why... I think I forgot something about 99. On spawn, if a Spider Weaver is an ally, gain speed up. On turn, flip one random positive effect to a negative effect on each enemy. That we did not see. That's all Crucible stuff. They're getting drain, a ton of resistance, and that's all I'm going to be able to see here. Why did he get stealth? Is it... No. I have no idea why 99 got stealth. There's nothing here that says that he should. Maybe it's in Noir's kit. I think I'll show everybody's animation here. Well, Tangled. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll stun him. I think the stun thing's like a war defense thing for him, though. Alright, so... if this character deals an additional 50% Speed bar... Maybe it's in Weaver's kit? Alright, let's see here. Primary target is 350, adjacent targets 300, and apply heal block. Apply disrupted for 2 turns. Where's the tank? We want to do that. And then we'll just increase the duration, if not kill them. Alright, he's got a lot of positives to take advantage of. Let's take those and spread them around. Ooh, death proof and stealth. No. Yeah. No, death proof. It was just death proof, looks like. Oh, Black Suit got disrupted. That's pretty cool. Oh, I forgot to check Spider Weaver's thing. Was he stealth all the time? Nah, just for a couple of turns, it looks like. Although he gets 2 turns where he gets to keep building barrier. All right. Who the hell is doing that stealth for $20.99? If you guys know what's happening here, let me know in the comments or in the chat, because I have no idea where that's coming from. Ah, okay. Duh. It is coming from her. Okay. I would have seen that if I would have checked it in fight, but I didn't. Okay, so she's giving out stealth right away. That's awesome. And that's outside of Crucible. So she's going to be messing with accuracy in Crucible. And it makes it even worse. Alright, who are we going after now? Who's going to give out positive effects right away? We need to see if that works. I think these guys get deflect because of Vulture. We can speed things up now, though. I saw the animations. They were kind of lackluster, but at the same time, dude was visible. I like his stealth effects, though. Alright, now is this the one? Let's see here. Apply death proof to self and all allies if they have death proof. Clear 3 random positive effects. Apply slow for 2 turns and defense down for 2 turns. They don't have any positives. We won't be able to see that. But, oh, look at that. I fill speed bar right away for the whole team. So no matter who's out here, I'm going to be able to go first. That's pretty huge, because Electro here is going to want to try to take away positives, and I'm going to stuff that. She's dead, so yeah. If I wanted to do this first, would that be good? Attack the most injured. Okay, we could do the thing here. We'll likely be able to kill Vulture, and then Shocker. That was awesome. Oh, we got 3 here. Yeah, we'll extend those. I don't care for Green Goblin going on his turn, so we're gonna block him. And then this is gonna get me defense up for 2, offense up for 2. Not gonna do anything else because it's locked behind Crucible, but we're gonna heal and heal 2 other random allies. Not really random, since there's only 2 that fills the rest of the team. So I'm not entirely sure why that grammar's even there. Oh yeah, it's because it's a different percentage. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Rebound chain to adjacent enemies for 300% damage. It can stealth the. It can chain to stealth. That's cool. I like that. All right, now we need to see what these guys are going to do with auto. Like, who's going to go first and what... Noir is the one that I really need to know. What is he going to do right away? I tend to think of auto as just a power dump. Ooh, let me slow that down. I need to see what they're doing. And so he went for the ult. So power dump on him. Stun on the very next target. Another power dump. And an ult there too. So the advantages to his character don't come till turn 2, 3. I like 2099, man. He's cool. Yeah, it was fun. Alright, now it's challenge time. Let's see what we can do with some slightly tougher targets. Ooh, that, I don't know, man. That might actually be too much. I want to see what happens. Worst case scenario, I just dropped to 8-1. I will speed up for this. It's mostly just about decision making at this point. Alright, piercing, 3 bleed, heal block, adjacent targets. I really need to focus. I usually have to focus Squirrel Girl down, so that's what I'm going to try to do. And disrupted. Ooh, that is a big move versus this team, actually. Because Miss Marvel won't be able to taunt off of Squirrel Girl. Oh, she didn't get disrupted. That's not good. Clear 3 random positive effects. This would do an ability block. I mean, yeah. Ability block would be better. Or at least it buys me enough time to hopefully take her down. A stun would be good on Miss Marvel. Keep her from pulling that taunt. Ooh, extend the duration of that ability block, right? Yes! Alright, oh, that's a lot of junk to be spreading around right there. I gotta see in ×1 this happen. Ooh. Look at those posies. This is not an ideal fight since, oh my god, she's one of my favorite characters. Why am I brain farting on her name right now? Echo. I mean fan as in, like, from the Daredevil comics. She was a really cool character. They sort of used her story in the movie. I mean, in the TV show, but obviously different on Hawkeye. Oh, he was blind. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. She was blind, but she still got the hits. Gain I got 50% chance to gain evade. Immunity. Everybody got immunity. That's a huge move. This could be... I would have to try it, but this might be like my team versus Young Avengers, man. I'm kind of feeling it. I may have to put these guys up on a little bit of a higher value than I originally had. Slightly more. I'm not much of an offensive person. But man, wonder if I can find another one of those. Hmm. You're just not fast enough, Phoenix. Sorry. Ooh, that was that special where I could do that like really cool primary secondary target thing. Man, what is up with Jean right now? She's got some really good armor. I know she had high armor, but like this much? Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go the distance on that one. I was hoping to see a little bit more out of that team, but this is a really good comp. I really, really like this team. So I got to put Scream wherever I put Anti-Venom and Carnage. I have a feeling a new symbiote team is coming. Has to be. Null is too cool of a character not to use in this game as a legendary. It could be like a really big team like Null, Gore. Wait, that would be the only characters they would need to fill that, right? Because that's 3, 2 more. I mean, as much as I want to see characters like Toxin and some of the other cool symbiotes, like, you know, Agent Venom would be really cool. Or there's one she could use tech. Her thing is technology. Even Eddie Brock's kid would be flippin' cool. What up? Thanks for subscribing, David Quinn. Appreciate it, man. Glad you like the content, too. I have fun playing, and I hope you have fun watching. Yeah, this looks really good. I am impressed. I'm more impressed than I originally was because I was worried about this being another one of those teams where like they're just going to be Cosmic Crucible usable, you know? I mean, you can consider these guys. I mean, some of these are city, right? Like this guy, he's city and Mystic. That could be very, very useful. Ooh. Think in terms of like you know, Dark Dimension and stuff like that. That could be really awesome. What do you guys think? Do you think we should try this X-Men team? I think we should do it. Why not? Let's see what these guys can do. Storm could be a really big problem here. What do I want? We got 3 bleed. Disruptive for 2 turns. Who's important that we need disrupted? Colossus would absolutely be the one. Problem is, Jean is just gonna suck all that right up. Not much of a choice. Wait, he's going first? Hold the phone. He's 121. He gets an on... Oh, it's the positive effects, I think. Right? Yeah, there it is. When an enemy gains a positive effect, fill this character's speed bar by 10%. He got over on 2099 because they got defense up right away. Dude. That's pretty big in war because you're going to go up against teams that are in a room that already has positive effects. You could use Tangled Web Team to do some serious damage in that room. And Colossus resistance is just too high. Ooh, I could stun Jean. That would be perfect. I just don't need to kill her. That's the problem. Yeah, that'll work. Oh no, she's got taunt. Alright, gotta do it. Oh, there she goes. No, I need to get the storm. Can I get the storm? No, I can't. Alright, so we're gonna have to go for the next best thing is immunity, I think. And this is the weakest, so we're gonna hit Storm's health bar is covered up a bit. It's a tie between Storm and Wolverine, I think. Who's gonna get hit here? I want it to be Storm. Please be Storm. No, it was Wolverine. Oh. There's a flip. Yeah, he's too strong for that. I tell you what, man, these guys are doing it. I'll take that defense. That's not gonna really help. Unless he stacks it. Yeah, he stacked it. Okay, good. I gotta tell you, man, X-Men aren't pushovers. That was impressive. Let's go after another big one. I got the energy right now. Ooh. Should I? At 8-3? Oh. Will it work? This is the last one, because I can't in good conscience. Well, 675. What else am I going to use energy for? If I use 100 here, I'll need another 50, but we're doing it, guys. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's going to sting, but I got to see what they're going to be able to do here. I want Amadeus out of there. So I don't want to waste that now, though. Oh, what I really... Yeah, I really do want... ability block on him or... Abomination. I think Abomination is what I really want that ability block on. Damn! Oh, this Hulk team. I mean, I always have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in my head. Alright, so we're going to take that immunity. We'll increase that heal block. Oh, I'm about to take a big hit here in a second. Oh, there it is. And she erased everything. Oh, man. This team is so difficult. I think She-Hulk is going to have to be it. There's a death proof I could probably use. Nobody can be stunned right now, so... Nobody needs to be healed. I can't take advantage of this. Let's get 100% drain gain. Okay, I have positive effects, but that's not really gonna... Whoa! Why, Spider Weaver? You're fighting for the Hulks now? Darn you, Spider Weaver. Betrayer. Alright, now you're back. Okay. Oh my gosh, she healed everything. Oh man. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I think she's what I can actually accomplish. She would have to be the one to go, but Anti-Venom's about to take it. Like, there's just no way. He resisted. Oh my god. Battlefield effect. Okay. Alright, alright. Now that evade might actually come in handy. Oh my god. He took such a huge hit there. Oh man. I can bring him back. Where? All right, I was about to say, like Spider Weaver, like disappeared again. Come on, Anti-Venom. I gotta keep going after whoever's the weakest right now. Yes! I'm back, bitch! Alright, she's got a reaction. I think I need to take that reaction out. I got a little more control now that I don't gotta worry about that taunt so much. I cannot believe this is working. This is 8-3, right? Oh, man. I tell you what, Braun is a bitch. I think Braun cost me this fight. Oh my god. I almost had that. I almost had that. That is saying something. What a great way to end today's stream. That was impressive. Very, very impressive. Outside of Crucible, wow. All right, so I'm gonna pull up, you know, how I set these guys up right now, and then give some final words on the team. All right, so I gotta tell you, I had these guys on a really low bar. Just mode specific teams like this one tend to be like the ones that you really need to pass over. Now, I don't really advise that you do that if you're at the level where you're thinking about this team or not, and you're participating in the Apocalypse Saga. Unfortunately, this is going to be one of those teams where it's like required reading. You know, it's best to develop them now. But I gotta tell you, as an outside testing result for this particular team, I am beyond just a little impressed. If you guys were here for that last fight, it was against Gamma, and Gamma right now is just absolutely disastrously difficult to fight. And it almost doesn't matter what ISOs you put on that team. I, in particular, am highly recommending, something like healer class, because each one of them heals themselves already, and the fact that their HP pool is so high per character, it makes taking them down very, very difficult in war. But if you use them offensively, you're going to be taking down key targets with that team very, very quickly, and more power to you for doing that. But I think as a defense, they're just a fucking wall as far as I'm concerned. They're just a fucking wall as far as I'm concerned. As an Alliance War offense. I am not offense minded, but as you can see in that last fight, it wasn't exactly easy, but at the same time, I was still doing it. I was very, very much surprised that Tangled Web, along with Symbiote Spider-Man and Anti-Venom, was doing it. I think if I would have played that round more seriously than I did, I might have actually won that fight. Red Hulk is extremely powerful. Gamma is still extremely powerful. But if you're developing teams to try to, go up against Gamma, Tangled Web might actually be one of those teams that you might want to give some consideration to. Anywhere else in the game might be a very powerful tool in raids. Actually, now that I said that, if the raids are up right now, we could actually test that. Let's do that. I was going to say final words, but let's go in, put Tangled Web in, and see how they do. Now, in raids, would I choose some different people? Considering that I'm getting more damage for a couple of the older characters, I want to see how the team I put together actually does. Where the hell did they go? Oh, they're in the 8-something range. That's probably why. Oh, Mystic and City. That's what breaks them up. They're two couple Mystics. Oh, well. That's too bad. That's too bad. All right, let's go back to final words on the team. Of ISOs, what did I go with? I am thinking for this team very defensively, but I do think they're equally as effective offensively and defensively. There are just different options that you have available to you between the Tangled Webs kits. You have ultimately more control over the targets that you want and the effects that you want to trigger as the fight progresses, especially from the get-go, from the very start. So you're gonna have a difficult time or an easy time depending on if you go with this team where you want to place them in Crucible. If you play them offensively, you're gonna be successful. If you play them defensively, I do believe truly that I will be very successful with this team. They were very, very powerful just in Blitz, so putting them in Crucible makes them 3 times more powerful to begin with. Now, in terms of ISO, like I was saying before, I think defensively, so I went with a healer class on Spider Weaver, even though she is a very, very powerful basic, you could take advantage of that. I think this team needs to stick around a little bit more. And remember, Crucible is not Alliance War defense. They only get 3 chances to take your team down, and for a good chunk of time, there's not going to be a lot of people that's going to be capable of taking this team down. So get Tangled Web together with a couple of your choice other characters that you feel comfortable with. I do recommend Symbiote Spider-Man Anti-Venom for a more sustain, making this team a little bit more difficult to take down. And you're going to go a long while with this particular team. Now, with 2099, the reason why I went with Raider is because he has manipulators in his kit that give him increased crit. So getting that extra damage and piercing damage going is only going to be more powerful of a tool for you. And the focus is very, very high here. So I wouldn't really worry about Skirmisher too much anywhere on that particular team. But finally, in Tangled Web, Spider-Man Noir has probably the best kit in the game right now that can actually utilize barrier. And I do mean that offensively or defensively, because he is getting a potentially huge increase in speed bar per turn. Now, that alone makes, building a barrier very, very useful. But you also got to think in terms of what he's going to be capable of when barrier happens, like what supports that build up. Well, he has two of the things that you need. Well, technically 3, because we're pushing speed to the side, but it's the ability to get missed, which he gets stealth right away from Spider Weaver, which is amazing. He can put stealth on himself. Now, that's speed tuned perfectly, meaning that Spider Weaver gives you that for a couple of turns right off the bat for Noir. So he'll be able to utilize his ultimate very, very quickly and very, very powerfully. But by the time all that runs out, he's going to be used up on energy to where he can actually get stealth again by using his basic. It will tune itself out to be right at that area. So even if you use this character defensively, by about turn 3, you're still going to have stealth on that character and make it very difficult for anybody to take this team down. But also evade. This character is going to get evade, man. And even if he's visible, they're going to miss him. And that's more sustained for your team, and it's going to make life more difficult, make those 3 turns just fly by like that. Now, in terms of the 2 characters that I have supporting this one, it's very, very much about sustain and damage alike. Symbiote Spider-Man is a hard-hitting character already, but he will support healing on the Spider-Verse based on the negative effects that hit the field. Now, Spider-Verse, if anything, are negative effect debuff specialists. So they're always going to be putting out some negative effects out on the field unless you got some really high resistance characters like Gamma, or even characters like Jessica Jones or Colossus out there that can a hard time coming at you this way if you're, let's say, newer in the game, let's say beginner or even mid-level type of player, and you're picking up these characters now. You're gonna have a great time. So even if somebody tries to focus down Black Suit Spider-Man because of how hard he hits, and eventually he'll increase durations, and he'll place a very, very effective stun out there to a primary target while hitting everybody on the field. That's going to be some worry also, but more importantly, you can create a funnel to Anti-Venom. If he gets taken down, Anti-Venom is going to be able to resurrect him like you saw when I fought Gamma. If there are negative effects out there that you are spreading around, he is going to be able to give that to the rest of the team based on how many positive he actually has on himself. And 2 of those are actually going to go to Tangled Web. And they take care of themselves most likely on the buff side of things, but this is going to make your turn 1, turn 2 very, very effective. So I hope you guys found this informative, and if you did, please consider following me right here on twitch.tv/Justice3Gaming. If you are a bigger fan of YouTube, please like this stream or video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and turn on the notifications bell so you know when I'm unlocking the newest character, so I can give you my thoughts and you can sit here and have fun with me just studying the kit, and maybe even participating in a discussion about what you think is going to be most effective, because part of collecting heroes in most games is just having a really cool conversation with your friends. I dried out. It happens. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube. But everyone else, I wish you all passion, love, and gaming. And never forget, rule number 1 of gaming is you go where the fun is, and that's what I've done here today. Thanks again. I will be tuning in today at some point for Resident Evil 2 for my Spooktober set of gaming series, so be on the lookout for that, and don't forget to say hi. So until that session, I'll see you guys there.